So my thing is, as a man, let's be men now. And I know we have women watching us all around the world, but let's be men for a few seconds since we're dealing with men. At some point, at 35, 36, and 37 years old, we got to take accountability for our actions. Terrence Crawford went over to Victor Conti, went on the snack program. So I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you, Marlo. I'm gonna keep it 100 with everybody watching me live and live in color. When Crawford went over there to Victor Conti, he forfeited the luxury of having a defense. When you
Facts.
go over there with a guy who is suspicious as Conti, and on top of that, the cloud of suspicion that's been over his head for over 20 years, you can't come back and say, oh man, y'all shouldn't be talking about me. You, as a man, decided to go over there. You did. That's step number one. You decided. Nobody forced you to go over there. As a man, I'm talking about. He decided on his own recognizance, Marlowe TV, to go over to deal with Victor Conti. So if you're going to go over there now, you are going to be guilty by association. So if you are guilty by association, unfortunately, logically speaking, you don't have the luxury to come back and defend yourself and say, stop talking about me, y'all. Logically speaking. Now, do he have a right? Absolutely. We all have the right, except for me. We all have the right, except for you, Marlo. We all have the right, except for D-Town. We all have the right, except for YSM. I can name a lot of other content creators, but I'm saying we all have the right, except for the boxing outlet. See, we all don't have the right to express ourselves. It's only when we say favorable things toward Crawford. Now, let me tell you this, Marlo, and I'm gonna let you cook on this because the air fryer just started heating up. When Tyson Fury fought Deontay Wilder, there were people on YouTube, fans and content creators included. Oh man, Deontay Wilder got cheated. Oh man, the man lost. He got cheated. Tyson Fury had egg weights, and he had some kind of object in his glove. You see how his glove was doing like this? Oh man, he already got caught testing positive years before the fight. Oh my goodness! Not only that, but the man done drug Wilder. That somebody done put some drugs in his water because when Wilder got in the ring, oh man, he just looked lopsided. He just was wobbling. He didn't look right when he got in the ring in the second fight. We've heard this time and time again.
Facts.
Oh, but now all of a sudden now the scrutiny is on Bud. Oh, now we hating on him now. Where we do this at? When Tyson Fury had to go through all that scrutiny after he beat Wilder. Oh, by the way, they showed a picture on YouTube, Marlo, when the dent was in Wilder head right here. And then
Yep.
now I post a thumbnail where I show where somebody took a picture of not somebody, a professional boxing photographer took a picture where Errol Spence had that little knuckle print in his head. I'm the bad guy. Why the rules keep on changing for this guy, Marlo?
Yeah, that's crazy. I remember that too. And ultimately, all the controversy that was after that Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fight, ultimately it helped build their next fight. I mean, at the end of the day, it helped the controversy to build that fight. But this ain't about building no controversy in this point because we just stating things that we seen and the obvious. Uh, it's like Terrence Crawford wants some kind of special privilege when it comes to this situation. He said, "Now I'm juicing." You might be if we looking at who you around. So Terrence Crawford, man, you can't duck this, bro. Ain't no ducking this, bro. The same way how I started the DuckTales series with Terrence Crawford leading up to after Terrence Crawford ducked Earl Spence for amnesia, because I call him amnesia, anesthesia. That's his name. That's his other name. So when he ducked Earl Spence for him, pulled out negotiations. I mean, oh, they saying I'm ducking. you ducking. What you mean? Like it's like he wants some kind of special privilege. If you left negotiations and fought this guy when Earl Smith sitting here waiting on you. So it was the same thing with that. When it comes to this situation, now we got a situation where you working with Pablo Escobar of PEDs, a guy who came out and stated that if there are ways for to beat the vital drug test and for it to be undetectable. That's what Victor Conte said himself. He works with Vada, so to me he shouldn't be able to even get that job for one because that's like a conflict of interest. But
Mhm.
although he got the job, you working with him, all of a sudden, I never seen you punch like that. So all the things tell me it leads to me that I'm highly suspicious of Terrence Crawford juicing. It just that's where it just. And by the way, my name is Mister No Sources, and I have no sources whatsoever. And all these things I'm saying, nobody told me. They're just things of my opinion, just things I paid attention to and what I just seen and what I thought. So with that being said, yeah, I think Terrence Crawford juicing, like, cause I'm looking at him and it just looks too funny to me, man. It just looked too funny. So no, Terrence Crawford can't get no special privileges with this situation. I mean, until it's proved. See, let's say this rematch happened in December 9th. Earl Spence coming here, dog walk Terrence Crawford, stop him, even with Terrence Crawford still getting stopped, and I see he punching Earl, and he ain't got that same effect that he had in the first fight. You still juicing. That just proved to me that you were juicing before. That's all that do. You punch him, and I don't see his head snap back and the sweat and everything fly off like it was the first fight. I'm gonna still think you juicing.